Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. Today we're just going to do a no theme stream. So if you want to say anything, put that in the things aside here. As you can see, I've got it in a different position, the thing right now, because hopefully it should be a better signal. So yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I have got a new set of things here. Hello Grenadier Redat, welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm not wearing the most historically correct attire. Got my Hungarian 70M and just like some sort of random face covering thing. Hello, Hayden. I'm doing good, thanks, Grenadier. Redat, how are you doing today? But I was going back to the things. I've got all my masks from over there now. Where is it? That one there. Then put them all down here now. I'm trying to show you with that. I don't know if you can see. You should be able to see all my masks and such. Under here is some more masks, but I keep a coat over them because I don't want the UV rays to damage them. Then on top we've got JP75. And what would be my what's it called? SBA1, and put that in the side. If you would like to join the Discord, there is a link. Not a link. Sorry about that. I'm having a bit of a stroke. Sorry, I just need to type a message. That's better. So on my stream, obviously the audio not the greatest. Sorry about that. I can't really do much. I've just got a stand laptop camera because I've pretty much broke. Grenadier Redats, this is the Hungarian 70M. M70, sorry, 70M for mask. It's just a it's a steel pot helmet. And as you can see, it's got the liner in there. The 4 bits for your head there, then the bit tying it there. And does up with this strap here. I would do it up, but like, it's massive on me. It's absolutely massive. I'll just try and show you now. It's a bit stiff sometimes. A random Hungarian. Yeah, sorry about the camera quality. I believe it's this light behind me, but I can't really sort that out. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to see. It's not doing up at the minute, but there's a little latch here, if you can see that. Right there. Then that just hooks over like that. I give up with that, but Grenadier, yeah, this is the M70 helmet. If you want to know anything else, just put that in the comments as well. I mean, yeah, comment. If you haven't seen, I've in fact got a Polish MC1 delivered. So I'll show you that now. I do have a spare bag for this down here, but I can't find it at the minute. So there's actually quite a bad story behind this one. Well, not the mask, but the parcel. So basically, whenever I order something off eBay or something, and I'm not in, I just say, can you deliver it to the nearest, safest place? So the safest place was generally my bin, which at the time I didn't think would be full of water. But the delivery person decided to put a parcel in about that deep of water for about 8 hours. I wasn't the happiest, but the bag was only slightly wet when I got it, but it's managed to dry off now. So that's not the worst thing to happen in my life, but oh well, it's a complaint nonetheless. As you can see, there is an interesting thing about this filter if you haven't seen the video. It says MS4, but this is an MS3 filter, as you can see there. I wonder if the light does any better. Is that any better? MS4. What? I'll try and close these curtains right here, see if this makes a difference. And I have my landing light on, so do that. Is that looking any better, guys? Grenadier Redats. No, the helmet isn't the most comfortable. I'll certainly take it over nothing, though. Even though it only provides shrapnel and possibly up to a 380, something like that. I would still take this over nothing. I mean, if I had a Pasket helmet, or a fast helmet, or a Virtus helmet, if you've seen the British Army ones. I would much rather have one of them. With a ballistic nylon, I believe. I can't remember what they are in a minute. But I would much rather have one of them. Yes, I do, Hayden Boardman in a GP4. I'll just get it out for you now. As you can see here, quite good condition. Got it for about £20 altogether, including delivery. I'll just get the filter out for you guys. One sec. This is going to prove harder than I anticipated. Sorry about the camera wobble at the minute. There you are. You've got the filter. Put this on. As you can see, the GP filter with the GP4U, I should say, with the GP4U filter. It came with a what's it called? A GP5 satchel. It's probably the most I could find on the website, but I'm not complaining, to be honest, for about 20 quid. So. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. If you put the string on the third hole from the bottom, two up from what's on now, it's going to be comfy. I could try that, but this is just for show, really. I don't wear this that often. And it's done up on the tightest. So, that's... Yeah, I think it must just be an extra large size. I've just got a really small head. Either or. Hayden Boardman says, what is the only oldest gas mask you own? I've got one coming and one right down here with me. I'll get it out for a sec. Let's just say it's German and it's civilian. And I won it on a bid for about £17 by the help of a random Hungarian in the comments. That man. So thank you for that. I just want to say that. Let's get it out for you guys now. The oldest one I own is my 1939 dated civilian respirator, which you can see here. Very, very poor condition. Must have been installed in like a wet area, a damp area for a very long time. There's rips that fall through it. It's long since expired, the rubber, and there's insane amounts of dry rot. Yeah, that is pretty cool, actually. I got this for about £20. This string I just added on. I soaked it in a bit of tea for about an hour and dried it off, and it looks good in my opinion. You probably can't pick it up on camera, but it's like a yellowy, dingy sort of colour. Put this back for now. Grenadier Redats, what do you think about the Polish MP5 mask? I don't have one with me, unfortunately, because I more take an interest in Eastern Bloc, Soviet 1960s, all the way up to 90s, that sort of time frame. Just anything that's Soviet and old, really. But if you wanted to see that after I eventually get some more money and start saving it up on that, I could get an MP5 or an ARFA, whichever one you want to see, since they're practically identical. But now back to the, what's it called? MC1. So if you haven't seen this video, the video on it, it's the Polish civilian mask that was actually made for the Polish Army and Civil Defence, but I'm pretty sure they just used the MUA, OM14, MP3, all that sort of thing, instead of... Sorry about that, guys. Instead of the MC1. I can see why. Because standard 40mm Ghost hoses don't make an airtight fit with this mask. It has its own special hose, which I believe is a fairly rare item to come by, but if I find one for a reasonable price, I will get one. So I'll just put this on for you now. Yes, I'm going to be wearing the filter, obviously without the plug-in. And I do believe there's asbestos in it, but I've done the filter test and no charcoal came out. And if you don't know what the filter test is, basically get a bit of white paper and just tap it against it. Tap against paper and it shows you if any charcoal's leaking, and then if it is, you don't want to use that filter at all. we'll just show you this now. It's an absolute pain to put on this mask. The nightmare. And as you can see, it's got a voice diaphragm. There is it here. And that's that. From this perspective, it looks like a CN3. If you don't know how the CN3 differs from the MC1, the MC1 is a green and I believe also, what's it called? Grey colour. The CN3 is just primarily, is just grey rubber. And also, on this housing here, as you can see, this is like a black plastic. And the CN3 is basically a Bakelite. And if you don't know what Bakelite is, it's a brown plastic, and it was the first plastic ever to be invented. I'm going to take this filter off now because it's got some breathing resistance to it. As you can hear, the voice diaphragm sounds like a bit buzzy without the filter on. As you can see, it's moving in there. And this, to get the voice diaphragm out, you just unscrew this and this mesh just comes out here. A fine mesh, and that's your voice diaphragm. You can hear the exhale valve in the mask vibrating as well, and also the intake valve. So that gives it like a sort of like buzzing noise. I'm just trying to get this in now. This is going to prove a really tricky task. But these masks are absolutely everywhere. They're insanely cheap, and so if you can pick one up, I would recommend it because, well, they're cheap and cheerful. Screw that back in. Oh, the mesh is stuck in that. As you can see, I've been defeated by this. I'll try this another time. I'll try it now, actually, just to make life a lot easier. Oh, my TV's turned off. That's a problem. Okay, that's better. Well, as you can see, the voice diaphragm just fits in here, in there, and produces quite a buzzing noise. Then this cap just goes over it and screws on. Oh. As you can see, that just screws on. For what this mask is, it's a very good content design. It's just the washer in here is prone to falling out, and mine fell out loads now. And I've super glued it in like 5 times now since the last recording. So that's either down to the glue or the rubber, but either way, you're not going to want that because I've tested it out without the washer and it does not make an airtight seal with the filter. So that is a problem. Just for shits and giggles, here it is with the GP4 filter. Looks absolutely ridiculous. If you wanted a stupid looking mask, here you are, just slap a GP4 filter on it. Although I wouldn't recommend breathing through it for an extended period of time. So I've seen people getting confused and saying, why are you wearing this mask? It has asbestos in it and blah, blah, blah. For the amount of time I'm breathing through these filters, it's very, 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 very unlikely that anything will come through it. And remember also, I've done the filter test for each one. Here you are again with the GP4. The Polish also made a GP4 lookalike without the hose. I can't remember what it's called at the minute, but they're quite scarce as well. So basically, yeah, that's that. Just stick this back in the satchel. If you want to know what happened to these German kit, I haven't forgot about it to do a video on it. It's just I just need some gloves for it, then it'll be complete. You've probably seen it in my SBA1 video anyway, or if you've seen that one, where I put it on. Oh, and before I put this back away, mine came with the anti-fogging pencil thing, and it's still wet, surprisingly. As you can see, it looks like a really dodgy version of lipstick, which comes in this little plastic container here, as you can see. Sorry about the camera quality, I can see it on here and it looks awful, but it's the best I can do because, as I said, I have no money and I cannot afford a PC in the slightest or a decent camera. So maybe I'll have to ask for one for Christmas or something. Or just get some money and buy one. So sorry about that, but oh well, it's a problem we'll have to deal with later. And as well, it's not like it's running at like 3 FPS as well. I mean, the frame rate is quite low, but yeah, and I can't mobile live stream yet because, well, YouTube said I can't. See ya, Hayden Boardman. Got to go to my history class. Yeah, see ya. Hope you enjoy your class, or whatever you're doing. I never enjoyed history, but maybe you might, so hope you enjoy that, and see ya. On the plate carrier down here, is it Random Hungarian? Down there? Yeah, I'm on 69 subs, which is pretty cool, that, innit? I quite like that. But mounted on the plate carrier is not floating, which it's mounted on this little thing. Well, I say little, it's not little in the slightest. This like cross-looking thing. It weighs an absolute ton when the plate carrier's on it, but that's because it's solid wood. Yeah, I don't have any other materials to make it out of, and it's never balanced at like the center. It's always to like the very corner, so it does have a tendency to fall over. Hence why I lean it like that against my wall. Like I said, if you want to know any more questions or want me to show any of my stuff down here, feel free. I'm just going to have a quick drink now. I'm back, as you can see. But yeah, that's my GP4 for, I can't remember who asked, I think it was Hayden Boardman. But there you are. So we'll put that back down here before it gets damaged by me somehow, because I have a very big tendency to do that. Grenadier Redat, I am 14 years old. August 23rd, my birthday. Just tuck this into here, make it a little bit more comfy. I had something cool to show you, but I can't remember what it was now. It was under here. Where is it? Where is it? Can't find it at the minute, which is really helpful. Oh, here. I'm not sure if I said it before, but this is the 70M, and it makes an airtight fit with my S10 filter, which is quite impressive, to be honest. I presume this is because the threads are rubber, and obviously they bind around the filter more, which obviously you want. But since this mask is 40mm NATO, I mean GOST, it barely goes in anything. I'm not putting it on because it rips all my hair out. But if that, as you can see, it pulls down on it quite a lot. But it does make an airtight fit, which I like. So you could use this mask in theory if you wanted to, but I would recommend buying a pro mask. Like an A1S10, a new production one, SF10, or stuff like that, FM12. Anything that's 40mm NATO, basically. I have a mask on just because what's it called? Sometimes I don't want people to see my full face. Can you show the German gas mask from Grenadier Redats? No, sorry, because it's coming from Hungary and it's still in the delivery process right now. Obviously, I can't just magic it in my hands. I wish I could, but sadly I cannot. I'm just sorting this out, guys. Don't worry, it's just the MC1 bag being very special as usual. I'm probably going to stream until like 20 to 8 UK time. Whatever that is in your time. So for like another half hour or so. This mask is an absolute pain in the backside to get in the satchel, which I don't really like about it. But apart from that, it's a pretty good and decent competent mask. Apart from it being 40mm NATO and only a single valve, which is a crap design, because the SHM62U, or commonly known as the GP5, is double valved, and that mask was even cheaper. So if that doesn't say something, what does? Grenadier Redats, how is the corona in the UK? It's pretty crap, to be honest. We're going into another lockdown on Thursday, actually, so be expecting more streams. But basically, at the minute in the UK, I believe you can't go in other people's houses. And that's it, pretty much. In school, which I don't get, because when I'm in school doing revision and that, I'm sat next to someone who's, say, like here, and I'm here. So I'm breathing the same air as them, but the government's logic is I'm not allowed to go into their house, but obviously 6 foot apart. So I don't know what that logic is, to be honest. It's pretty poor, to be honest. I would have thought with the government, but you're allowed to breathe the same air as them, but you're not allowed to stay 2 meters away from them outside of school. A random Hungarian put Lamar, we don't have lockdown. I wish it was like you. I really, really do. Yeah. Then I could actually see my friends outside of school, but because look, coronavirus has to be a absolute pain in the backside. Obviously I can't, which is amazing. Oh, actually, that's wrong. Tier 3 lockdowns mean you have to completely stay out inside your houses. Tier 2 lockdown is where you don't have to stay inside, but you're not. My TV's turned off again. But not. Okay, that's better. Basically, you have to distance from people. You're not allowed to socialize in groups. And you can only be outside with one other friend. That's not your family. Then tier 1 lockdown is basically no restrictions, just stay 2 meters apart and no groups bigger than 6. Grenadier Redats, in Germany it's not so bad. I wish it was like this, but maybe because you're behind us in terms of coronavirus, I don't know. Random Hungarian commented, kids just wash the hand sanitizer off their hands with only water. It is really bad. Yeah, you're not really gonna want to do that. Which hand sanitizer do you mean? Is it like I have some in my bag actually, I'll show you. I wonder if this light over here will look any better. Does that look any better? As you can see, I just have this stuff that washes into your hands. You put some on, you just rub it in, and it eventually just goes away. And it's Avon Care Moisturizing Hand Gel contains 64% alcohol. So if you guys want any of this, just get some of that. It's quite good stuff. The spray stuff you use, yeah, we use that for like tables and that, or well, whatever really. Mainly just use this stuff or the really foamy stuff you get in toilets where it's on that machine, you push it like that, if you know what I mean. Probably quite a hard description to understand. Grenadier Redats, we don't have any of this. That's probably a bad thing because you're going to want some sort of hand sanitizer to obviously kill off germs. But I can't remember if it said hand sanitizer kills off coronavirus, which you're going to want it to. I believe the really strong stuff, like 90% ethanol, stuff like that will probably kill it easy. But 50-60%, I don't know. Yeah, that is quite a bad thing that you don't have hand sanitizer and stuff like that. Just a question for you guys: what are you using for coronavirus for masks? If you have to wear them, I'm currently for when it gets really bad, I'm going to wear a proper mask. I'll show you which one. But at the minute, I'm using this, an Army Cadets one. If you didn't know, I'm part of the Army Cadets in the UK, so I bought this just to suit it, really. As you can see on the other side, it's got the logo. You can see people on there doing all sorts of things. Firing, rock climbing, abseiling, swimming, mountain climbing, all stuff like that, kayaking. That's pretty good. It's a very competent mask even. Yeah, but the mask I'm going to use, I'll show you. Whereabouts is it? Ooh, I have too many masks on here, all in one spot. Sorry, this has just fallen on my face. Oh yeah, sometimes I use this as well, but it looks dodgy at times. And like, you're not going to want to wear this in the bank, because that'll look pretty suspicious. I know someone who uses a 67M, believe it or not, which I wouldn't use as a smart mask, to be honest, because they're quite rare, and I would hate for one to get contaminated or something. And also, yeah, I will highly doubt they make airtight seals anymore for how old they are. For the memes and stuff like that, if I go into a shop, I'm just going to wear a GP5M, sorry. This one here. I'm just going to wear this, then obviously cover up the XL valve with some sort of material. Like that. If you've seen it, my GP5M. Yeah, if you can, I would highly recommend getting a 3M mask or JSP. Any good, reputable companies like that, I would just recommend getting one of the half-face masks. It's just way easier and way better for you and the others, actually. The 3M, I can't remember what it's called. It's the very classic 3M. 2000, is it? I can't remember what it's called at the minute. That's not my strong point on masks, but it's like the classic one when you think of 3M. I don't have it on me because I don't collect that sort of time frame. And they tell you not to cough into your masks, which is weird. Why would they say that? Because then you'll have to cough over your mask. That's quite weird. In Britain and the UK, we just get taught to cough into our elbows like that. So obviously, if it's not on your hands then, because you're going to touch stuff, aren't you? Like this computer, doorknob here, all my masks, that's all contaminated. Which is pretty smart. Oh, what was funny, I don't know if you guys seen, you probably have. I can't remember what her name is, but the woman's like, don't touch your face and stuff like that at the very start. And then she just licks her finger immediately. It's stupidity like this that's going to wipe the human race out. And as much as I laugh at it, it's still really bad. But a 3M mask looks so stupid. If you look different and unique, what's bad about that? I mean, people stare at you, but you just think of that. I've got more protection than them, haven't you? I know this isn't strictly related to coronavirus, but recently, my dad's given me some old Yugoslav money from when he'd been to Yugoslavia, or former Yugoslavia, I should say. As you can see, when I get it out, it's all in Cyrillic, I believe that is. I don't know the currency there, but like, oh well. It's 100 whatever. And he's got 3 notes of it. It looks fairly similar to rubles on the back, actually, but Yugoslavia was a socialist state, I believe. No, a communist state, sorry. And so, basically, Russia was a massive influence. I just store this in my AI too, because it's easy and safekeeping. For people who are liking the stream, thank you very much. Just want to say thanks, really. I can't really say much more. What do you mean by communism? As a question in the chat, Grace Landon. Communism, if you don't know, is basically... Have you heard of Joseph Stalin and Lenin and that? yes, it is death, pretty much. So basically, it's where they believe everyone should get equal pay. And basically, say a brain surgeon is here, and say a cleaner for a hotel is here, they would get the same pay and the same benefits and that. In ideology, it's really good, quite a good thing, because it means everyone's equal. But then everyone would be like, well, why become a brain surgeon if you can just become a cleaner and get the same amount of pay? And everyone has more land. Also, they took it off them sometimes. I heard that from people in former communist countries, which isn't fun, because if you own, say, like a 14-acre farm and someone's only got 7, like, you're losing a lot of that, and they're getting some of it as well to make it equal, which in ideology, again, sounds like a good thing, but obviously you're not going to want that. Because another example, you have 32 acres of land and someone's got 8. You're going to want to maximise the crop output. But say the state's going to take that over, then you can't have it, then it's the state owned. So that's not a perfect description of what communism is. You're much better to Google it. Well, that's just like a brief explanation on it. If anything else you'd like to know, in the thing there, put it there. I'll be happy to answer it. But yeah, that's pretty much communism. It's messed up a lot of countries, like Hungary, for example. As you can see there, the comment there. It's messed up a lot of countries, as it's ridiculous prices. Like 1,100 forint is their currency, is like £2.50 for me, which is quite bad. So that's like, say, 1,000 forint for a loaf of bread. I don't know if it's that price, it's just an example. Random Hungarian, if you know what the price of bread is, can you put that in? Just an example, but 200, oh, that's really cheap, actually. I didn't expect it to be that cheap, but basically, how that works, I know that example was wrong, but like how it works is like it just messes up so many countries, like Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, all stuff like that. All countries like that who were former Soviet Union, they're all messed up and stuff like that. This is turned off again. And basically, their economy is messed up. A random Hungarian actually started escalating after communism, actually. Well, from the people I've been told by, it just messed up countries, like their currency and that. You stop using this smaller currency. So do you mean like you stop using the rubles and stuff like that? Grenadier Adapts in the meantime said, do you think corona is real? I do. Yes, I think it's a very real thing. Otherwise, people are going to be dying of nothing. And you could put it down to tuberculosis, for example. You could say it's an outbreak of that. But there's evidence that people are obviously dying from it. And I don't want to get too political on this channel, because then it just gets boring and it seems I'm a Nazi or a communist or stuff like that. But basically, as I was saying, I think corona is a very, very real thing, and there's plenty of evidence to back it up. So that's my take on it. Smaller than foreign, that actually meant something, for example. I'm not sure what that word is, but yeah, I get that. I must be wrong then, sorry about that, guys. Can't always be right. But I have heard that some countries have been messed up over it, then have eventually regained their grounds and stuff like that. If anyone's an expert on stars and stuff like that, like Soviet medals and badges, please go on and tell me what this one is. I got it from a a street vendor in Berlin, former East Germany, if you haven't seen it. And I doubt it's real. So I got a Ushanka from there, the same, that's fake as well. I don't believe that is a Ushanka badge, actually, because I know this is a fake, but all the ones I've seen are like this. Unless I'm wrong. Non-officer cat badge. Anything, really. That's cool. If you could validate if it's legit or not, I don't know if you could do it through the camera. Yeah, it looks pretty legit to me. It doesn't look like some cheap Chinese copy. I presume they wouldn't fake them, random Hungary. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would really reproduce them because of how many were made, and they're worth practically nothing in the surplus world market. And I've also got 2 Labour medals. One Labour medal and one unknown one that I picked up from. What's it called? I just dropped that medal. That was insanely smart of me. I picked these up from Poland in Krakow. Don't know if you can see them. It says CCCP, Hammer and Sickle. I don't know why someone would reproduce these. I presume there's a lot of these. And there's this one here. It's going to be really hard to show. Well, that's too close. There. I believe this one is like 70 years of labour or something. Oh, yeah, it says 70 on the back of here. But I've basically got these medals as well. I've got some East German money, some Soviet money. So that's pretty interesting as well. Where was it? Sorry, hello. That's your name. I'm not just saying that. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. Congrats on a good start on YouTube. Thank you for that. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier. I had kind of gone on a rant about stuff down there. When did I start my channel? March 2020, I believe it was. I'll have a look now, quick on my phone, on my YouTube studio. Where is it? I'm pretty certain it was March 2020 this year. And 69 subscribers is really good. That. It says May 2020, 17th, and I've had 5,177 views. So that's pretty nice, that, isn't it? I'm not complaining about that at all. So we're gonna finish the stream off, not now, say in about 25 minutes or such, as something like that. The wreath officers one you showed is fake. It is too yellow. Yeah, I've been told many times that's fake. I just presumed it was from the day I got it as well. Because the amount of fakes and stuff like that they reproduce in China and just sell to like former places is insane. Funnily enough, when I was in Germany, there was literally like people with tables about like that wide, just full of GP5s. I was gonna get one, but then I already had 2 at that point. And if you want to know the story behind one of them, I gave one to my close friend, Logan MC. I don't know if he's in this stream or not. I need to make him mod. But if you see him, he's the kid I sent the GP5 to. So I just thought that was a nice gesture to do, so I did that. Who do you think will win the US election? I'm not in the US, so I know absolutely nothing about the US election. Joe Biden sounds good, but then he's on about gun reform, and obviously, maybe in the UK that wouldn't affect me, but if I was in the US, I'm very interested in firearms and have been shooting many occasions, so I wouldn't want that. But then also Donald Trump is racist and transgender and stuff like that. Against transgenders, sorry, from what I've heard. So I have no bother about it, really, because I'm British. But yeah, that's the end of that pretty much. Bent Siski, I believe your name is. Sorry if I've mispronounced that. How does PBS sizing work? What size do you have? I believe it's normal sizing. like how it works on all Soviet masks. But my PBF is a size, whereabouts? Can't find it. Size 1. I can't remember if that's the largest or the smallest at the minute. I believe it's the second smallest to extra small. But I picked it up off Amazon as labelled as a replicant. Sorry about that. There was a dog and it sounded like it was in my house. So, yeah. But they're in it. It was outside. Alright, so now that I've off track, yeah. I picked this up as a replica one off of Amazon. It was a lot cheaper than well, this is legit, but a legit named one. And mine has been issued, actually, I reckon, because there is someone poked holes in the ear bit. And there's a slight rip. So, unless someone's been using this, I have no idea what that's come from. Unless it's just the person who owned it has done that. But if you didn't know, this takes pork chop filters, cheek filters. I would get one out, but they're an absolute nightmare to put in. As you can see, they're in there, held on by this valve assembly here. And basically, that's the PBF. If you guys want me to show any more of my Soviet masks, just ask. It's the smallest. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was the smallest or not, because I've seen GP5s in 0, and I was getting confused between the PBF and that. I'm not massive on cheek filter masks, but since it is a Soviet one, I've bought it because, yeah, it's a Soviet mask from. Can't remember what date mine is, actually. I'll have to check. It is 74, so, yeah. 1974 with 4 dots, so the 4th quarter of the year, that's like November, December time, around that sort of time. Does it fit you comfortably? I believe you're trying to say. I can show you it on now if you want. Before I put it on, I've said this about my MT1. We're not sure if these filters. Well, I'm not sure if these filters have asbestos in them. I'm not bothered personally. Like I've said, I've done the test where you hit it against white paper. Nothing's come out and it's not leaking, so that's fine. If you want to see me try it on, put yes or no in the comments, and I'll do that. There was a German testing it is safe. Are you on about the Germans testing this, or a German mask that's been tested? Because I'm getting confused here. Random Hungarian. Please don't put swearing in profanities and stuff like that in the comments. I try to keep it as family friendly as possible. The asbestos test on the filters, they came back safe. Oh, well, that's very, very good then. This won't be for all masks, obviously, as Soviet masks were made in different times, but if it came back safe and it's a trusted source, I'll try it on for you guys. So I'll just be back in a sec. What was that? Alright, man, I'll watch my profanity. Alright, cheers for that. You can say stuff like crap and that, but anything above that, I'll just delete the comment for. Because, as you know, I try to keep it as family friendly as possible. Obviously, there is some times where I'll accidentally say it, but I can't help that. I don't know what the audio will be like on this, because it does have a voice diaphragm, I should say. But you can see I've got it on. Your question, what was it, where is it? Does it fit you comfortably? Yes, quite comfortably, although this part of the actual helmet style bit crushes my head quite a lot. But I believe that's because I haven't had a haircut in a while, so my hair's growing back, and yeah, well, that's that. As you can see, there's that. I can do a quick test now if you want to see if it's airtight. No, I cannot smell deodorant, so this mask is working. Actually sprays mustard gas. Yeah, I'd be quite concerned if that came out of my deodorant can, to be honest. It'd be like an Novichok incident again. or a similar sort of thing anyway, but let's not get into that. Bence, I believe your name is. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, say that. The PBF is a very, very cool mask. If it was 40mm, it would probably be the best Soviet mask ever. But apart from that, sadly, it's cheek filter. So that's quite sad. I've seen people make it into a, what's it called? Where they use hoses on it, either side, but I don't want to try that in the slightest. But I'm sure you could hook it up some way to the PBF to make it, what's it called? Airtight with filters. Where is it? Yeah. Like I said, Benz, it is good to see that someone's done an actual test on the filters and they've come back negative. Yeah, negative. What was I saying? Sorry, I lost my train of thought looking at the comments then. Yeah, it's good they've come back negative, but like I've said, with most Soviet masks, it's not going to be the same for every filler. A random Hungarian said, lava lamp is actually filled with lava and you have quantum technology. This lava lamp feels like it has lava in it because of how insanely hot it gets. Obviously, it's not the hottest at the minute, but thankfully, it has like an auto cutout feature on it, so it doesn't burn my house down, which is quite a good thing, in my opinion. I've shown this on the stream before, but I'll show it again for the guys who haven't seen it. I'll turn my light on for this because I'll need to. My DKP50. I don't know if you'll be able to see this today. If you can see through there, that. You should see like a little slider. It's going to be really hard to show you. I'll turn this off now because it looks awful. And the quality. But basically, that is my DKP50. Yeah, I've seen from the footage on here, it looks too small to see, unfortunately. I would try to show you, but, well, I did, and obviously didn't work. I just need to do something 1 second, guys. I'll be back in like a minute. Sorry about that, guys. GFG9 open up. Yeah, I don't think I've been committing that bad of crimes yet. Well, I Don't mean yet, you know. That's quite a bad thing to signify, but I'll have to finish the stream in about 5 minutes or something. 5-10 minutes. America be like, if their age is on the clock, they can use a Glock. Well, that's probably not wrong, to be honest. Now, that's the scary part. If you would like to see something cool that's not strictly related to masks and that, when I went down to my local beach, I found a smoke grenade. As you can see, it's totally spent. It's completely safe and legal to own. But it's the modern British Army one, which I think is pretty cool. It weighs, say, like, empty, say, like, half kilo. It's got sand on it, won't it? Say, like, half kilo, empty. And it's got a polymer thing to flip that up. As you can see in there, it's like all the firing mechanism and that. That is, like, rust in there because it's just been on the sand. Funnily enough, when I went down to the beach the day before, it wasn't there, and when I went after, it was. So I don't know what's going on there. And as far as I'm aware, no one trains there unless it's some like super secret SAS SEAL Team 29 million that's training there. We'll never know. I also have a Polish World War II RG40 grenade. Totally inert. All my rounds, ammunition, and stuff like that is totally inert or spent. As you can see, it is totally empty. There's no way I'll be able to own this in the UK. That was live. No way. Yeah, I was pretty astonished that I found it as well, to be honest. As you can, I'm trying to find on the side, there's some markings. I thought that was an SS stamp for a second there. My heart nearly just skipped a beat. No, look, it's a 4/2, but very dodgy. It has some markings, like proof markings and that. This white stripe, I'm not sure what that means, so if you know, feel free to tell me in the comments. And I have a SA-80 A1 magazine. Looks like a standard AR-15 mag, except these are notoriously crap. Like, if you squeeze it too hard, you'll get feeding issues, and it just won't feed properly. In the top, I have this dummy round, well, dummy, yeah, technically, and it's completely hollow. There's nothing in it at all. But thankfully, in the UK, you're allowed to own standard magazines like that. Slot that in the top. But thankfully, the laws in the UK allow you to do that, so that's a good thing. It's not the worst thing about gun laws. If their age is older than 3, they can use a 50 BMG. Probably could. I mean, might dislocate a shoulder, but no meaning to say they can't use it. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, there was something else. Can't find it at the minute. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah. It's my M9A1, but how I store it is that's what I was gonna show you. How I store it, because I was trying to find it. Because I've been meaning to show it for a long time. How to keep it in good condition. The spam mask. Yeah, it opens up like a tin of corned beef or spam. Pretty cool. Pretty arduous task though. Got a video on that up on my channel as well, where I spent like 5 minutes just to open the bloody thing. But what I do, I keep the face form inside of the mask with the filter in it properly how it should be. Then keep the bag done up, then keep that in its tin. That keeps all dust off, all stuff like that, and it makes the mask stay in very, very nice condition. If I had a second one, I wouldn't open it. I would leave one sealed, because they're getting rarer and rarer and rarer to find. Sorry, my phone's just vibrating. I need to check that for a second. Okay, here was no one. Sorry about that. What was it called? Just get a drink quick. If you'd like to see some ammunition or ordnance on the streams, put that in the comments here. Any more questions you guys want to ask before I go? I'll give you like a couple of minutes or something. I'll probably leave in like 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. So yeah, that's that. What were you saying, random Hungarian? The spam mask I heard on the streets and I was like, not again. I presume you're typing the rest of that out. Sorry, my Discord's just got some messages I need to look at quick. Yeah. Ammo and ordnance. If you do want to see it, do put that. Put yeah, no, maybe. Whatever you want. Put that in the side here. Then we'll get some of that. I don't know if this is just me, but I always have a tin that I keep full of like the old parts and that from bits. I've got some paper from there to cover my Soviet masks up. I've got a partially deconstructed replica filter for the what's it called? Civilian duty on that. Then we've got the Czech JP75 like manufacturing thing and that. I've always kept that. I don't know why. It's just a little cool bit of history. I just have that tin full of crap, basically. So, this is going to be the end of the stream now, or in a couple of minutes. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give the video a like. Put my M70 back on. When you visit the USA, but you don't see £400 people with guns at McDonald's. Yeah, that's just the comment I'm not going to comment on. But I probably look like a terrorist like this. Probably not very good to do it live streaming. But oh well, it looks cool in my opinion. And is it just me? I think this looks like a bit like a Darth Vader helmet. I believe it's the Israelis also have one that looks a lot like a Darth Vader helmet. More than mine. Like, it literally looks like it's been ripped off Darth Vader. Which, that's pretty cool. Sorry if I keep looking down there. I keep thinking I'm seeing something. I think my visions are funny again. But yeah, that's that basically. So if you did enjoy the stream, make sure you like the stream. With it being another lockdown in the UK, expect plenty more streams. Say like one a week, something like that. If not, if we can't do one a week, we'll do two a week. Like, you know what I mean? Catch up from the week before. And that's pretty much going to be the end of this stream for tonight. If you enjoyed it all, the comments have been good. I haven't had anything wrong with them, apart from one case where there's been a little bit of profanity, but, you know, for next time. And basically, that's it for tonight. Random Hungarian says, cheers. Cheers for coming on the stream. Yeah, I can't think of any more to say now. Basically, that's it. Bye, Grenadier Radats. I'll see you in the next stream when you can see. So, goodbye.